And then when they become after they're 16 years old, it's like jumping off a cliff. And there's very little support and very little help.
Classic Hollywood brought us some of the most handsome actors. These iconic leading men, with their captivating looks and undeniable charisma, set the standard for cinematic excellence. From timeless romantic heroes to rugged action stars, join us as we pay tribute to these unforgettable icons. Get ready for a star-studded journey through Hollywood's finest leading men. Number 25, Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper started as a political cartoonist before moving to California in the early 1920s, where he took on extra roles in Western films. His big break came in 1926 with a lead role in The Winning of Barbara Worth. Cooper remained a major star until his death in 1961, winning Oscars for Sergeant York and High Noon. Known for his strong, quiet screen presence and understanding acting, Cooper won the Academy Award for Best Actor twice, along with 3 more nominations and an Academy Honorary Award in 1961. For 23 consecutive years, Cooper was one of the top 10 film personalities. The American Film Institute ranked him number 11 on the list of the 25 greatest male stars of classic Hollywood cinema. Over his 36-year career, Cooper played leading roles in 84 feature films, spanning from the silent film era to the end of the classical Hollywood's golden age. His ability to project his personality onto characters made him a favorite among both men and women. Number 24, Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier, a Bahamian-American actor, director, and diplomat, made history as the first black actor to win an Academy Award for Best Actor. Beyond that groundbreaking achievement, he also clinched 2 Golden Globes, a BAFTA, and even a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album. Back in 1949, Poitier faced a crucial career crossroads: stage roles or a tempting offer from Darrell F. Zanuck for the film No Way Out. His portrayal of a doctor treating a racist patient garnered attention and opened doors to more film roles. Despite these opportunities, roles for black actors were still limited compared to their white counterparts. But by 1958, after turning down demeaning projects, he landed roles that elevated him to leading man status. His role in The Defiant Ones earned him his first Oscar nomination, and 5 years later, he made history again by winning Best Actor for Lilies of the Field. Sidney Poitier remained a legendary figure until his passing in January 2022, marking the end of an era in Hollywood's golden age. Number 23, Paul Newman. Paul Newman was an actor, film director, race car driver, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. He won an Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, 3 Golden Globes, a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Primetime Emmy, a Silver Bear, a Cannes Film Festival Award, and the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award. Newman received his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor in 1959 for Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. The 1960s cemented his superstar status with 3 more Oscar nominations for The Hustler, Hud, and Cool Hand Luke. His directorial debut, Raquel, earned critical acclaim, and while the film and his wife Joanne Woodward received Oscar nods, Newman won a Golden Globe for his direction. Outside of acting, Newman was a passionate race car driver since the early 1970s, co-founding Newman Haas Racing in 1982. He also started Newman's Own, donating over $100 million in profits to charity, and founded the Hole in the Wall Gang camps for children with serious illnesses. Despite his legendary status, Newman's health deteriorated due to lung cancer, leading to his passing on September 26, 2008. Number 22, Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn became famous during Hollywood's golden age, known for his romantic swashbuckler roles and a wild personal life. Flynn came to America in 1934 and starred in a couple of minor films before Warner Brothers took a chance on him with Captain Blood. This role shot him to international stardom, making him one of the most recognizable movie stars of the 1930s. His good looks and on-screen charisma won him millions of fans, including many adoring women. Flynn's hedonistic lifestyle became as famous as his movie roles. By his own estimate, he slept with 10,000 women and had a penchant for alcohol, drugs, and brawling, which aged him prematurely. His reputation for hard drinking, chain smoking, and drug abuse made him a favorite with the press. Despite his controversial lifestyle, Flynn had a successful career. He died at the age of 50, leaving behind a legacy of iconic swashbuckling films and a complicated personal history. Number 21, James Stewart. Jimmy Stewart was an actor and military pilot known for his distinctive drawl and everyman charm. His acting career really took off after the war, and he starred in 80 films from 1935 to 1991. Stewart became a Hollywood legend with roles in some of the best-remembered films, bringing his everyman qualities to westerns like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, biopics such as The Stratton Story and The Glenn Miller Story, thrillers in collaboration with Alfred Hitchcock, and screwball comedies. He epitomized the American ideal in the mid-20th century and received both an Academy Honorary Award and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1985. Despite his fame, Stewart remained unmarried until his 40s, earning him the nickname the Great American Bachelor. In 1999, the American Film Institute ranked him third on its list of the greatest American male actors. Stewart's long and successful career, along with his humble, relatable persona, made him a beloved figure in Hollywood history. Number 20, Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston, known for his roles in nearly 100 films spanning 6 decades, was not only an acclaimed actor, but also a staunch political activist. He gained fame as Moses in the epic The Ten Commandments, which earned him his initial Golden Globe nomination. His career reached new heights when he portrayed the title character in Ben-Hur, a role that earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor. Beyond these iconic roles, Heston starred in diverse films such as Touch of Evil alongside Orson Welles, El Cid, and Planet of the Apes. His portrayal of larger-than-life characters captivated audiences and solidified his place in Hollywood history. Outside of acting, Heston was a vocal advocate against racism and actively supported the civil rights movement. His casting as Moses by director Cecil B. DeMille in The Ten Commandments was no accident, as DeMille saw a striking resemblance between Heston and Michelangelo's statue of Moses. Interestingly, Heston's own son even played the role of baby Moses in the film. Number 19, Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was a Hollywood heartthrob, known for his good looks and charm. His career spanned over 3 decades, with standout roles in romantic comedies and TV hits. In 1956, he earned an Oscar nomination for Giant, and Look magazine named him Star of the Year in 1958. Hudson starred in beloved films like Magnificent Obsession and Pillow Talk, often paired with Doris Day. He also had a successful TV series, Macmillan and Wife, and a reoccurring role in Dynasty. Hudson's colleagues knew about his discreet orientation, but he kept it private from the public. In 1984, he was diagnosed with AIDS and bravely disclosed his illness the next year, becoming one of the first major celebrities to do so. Sadly, Hudson was the first major star to die from AIDS in 1985. His legacy as a beloved actor and his role in raising awareness about AIDS continue to be remembered today. Number 18, Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power was a Hollywood star known for his swashbuckling roles and romantic leads in films like Jesse James and The Mask of Zorro. His striking good looks made him a standout, but young Tyrone initially struggled to find work in Hollywood. After a few small roles, he went east to pursue stage work. A screen test landed him a contract with 20th Century Fox in 1936, and he quickly rose to leading roles. Within a year, Power became one of Fox's top stars, effortlessly taking on both contemporary and period pieces. His performances were more about action than depth, with his swordplay often outshining his wordplay. Despite his success in film, he also dedicated time to theater productions. During World War II, Power enlisted and flew cargo planes, as his superiors deemed him too old for aerial combat. Tragically, he died suddenly at the age of 44 and was buried with full military honors. Number 17, Farley Granger. Farley Granger was discovered in a small Hollywood stage production by a Goldwyn casting director. He landed a role in the 1943 film The North Star, which was controversial for its praise of the Soviet Union during World War II. Granger's career took off when he starred in Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train in 1951, playing a socialite tennis champ caught in a murder plot. Over the next decade, Granger worked extensively on television and stage, with a notable film return in Rogue's Gallery in 1968. He then ventured to Italy, making a series of films before continuing his TV work back in the U.S. In 1980, Granger made a successful return to Broadway in Ira Levin's play Death Trap. Throughout his career, he was open about his bisexuality and personal life. In 2007, he published a memoir, Including Me Out, co-written with his domestic partner, Robert Calhoun. Granger's candid nature and versatile talent ensured his enduring presence in the entertainment industry. Number 16, Richard Burton. Richard Burton is best remembered for his famous relationship with Elizabeth Taylor, whom he married twice. But beyond the drama, he was also a brilliant British actor of the post-World War II era. This Welsh actor, with his rich baritone voice, was a formidable Shakespearean performer and one of his generation's finest actors, despite struggling with alcohol. Burton's talent earned him 7 Academy Award nominations, though he never did win. He did, however, receive BAFTAs, Golden Globes, and a Tony Award for Best Actor. His role as a concerned psychiatrist in Equus was particularly noteworthy. The late 1950s was a thrilling period in UK cinema, often called the British New Wave, and Burton was at its heart. His powerful performance in Look Back in Anger cemented his reputation. He also starred alongside international stars in the World War II epic The Longest Day, and took on the notorious role of Mark Antony opposite Elizabeth Taylor in the lavish Cleopatra in 1963. By the mid-1960s, Burton was a top box office draw and one of the world's highest-paid actors in the late 1960s. Number 15, Bert Lancaster. Bert Lancaster was famous for his roles as tough guys with tender hearts, tackling complex characters throughout his 45-year career in film and TV. His big break came with The Killers in 1946, which launched him into stardom. Despite being self-taught, Lancaster quickly learned the ropes and, in 1948, founded his own production company with Harold Heck and James Hill to steer his career. He took on a variety of roles from The Crimson Pirate to From Here to Eternity, Elmer Gantry, and Atlantic City. Lancaster's production company, Hecht Hill Lancaster, produced notable films like the Oscar-winning Marty and The Catered Affair. In the 1980s, he transitioned to supporting roles in movies such as Local Hero and Field of Dreams. Yet, it's his distinctive voice, hearty laugh, and larger-than-life characters that fans remember the most. He was a 4-time Academy Award nominee for Best Actor, winning once, and also earned 2 BAFTA Awards and a Golden Globe. The American Film Institute ranks him as the 19th greatest male star of classic Hollywood cinema. Number 14, Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin, one of Hollywood's early pivotal stars, led an intriguing life both on and off the screen. He's best known for his iconic character, the Little Tramp, with the toothbrush mustache, bowler hat, bamboo cane, and funny walk, making him a silent film legend. Chaplin's first talkie, The Great Dictator, stirred quite the controversy. Playing a humorous caricature of Adolf Hitler, the film received mixed reviews but grossed over $5 million and earned 5 Academy Award nominations. Chaplin became a global icon and a key figure in the film industry. Despite his success, he had a tough upbringing, growing up in poverty with his mother committed to a mental asylum when he was just 14. Chaplin began performing at a young age, touring music halls and working as a stage actor and comedian before transitioning to films. A true perfectionist, Chaplin wore many hats, writing, directing, producing, editing, starring in, and composing music for most of his films. He often spent years perfecting a single picture, cementing his legacy as a film industry pioneer. Number 13, James Garner. Number 12, Tony Curtis. Tony Curtis had a career spanning 6 decades, with his popularity peaking in the 1950s and early 1960s. He acted in over 100 films, covering a wide range of genres. Curtis began making a name for himself with small, offbeat roles in low-budget productions. His first notable performance was a brief 2-minute role in Criss Cross with Bert Lancaster. This role led to Curtis being typecast as a heavy for a few years, such as playing a gang member in City Across the River in 1949. As his career developed, Curtis sought roles in films with social relevance that would challenge audiences, appearing in movies like Spartacus and The Defiant Ones. Despite being advised against taking a subordinate sidekick role in Spartacus, Curtis had no issue since he had previously shared leading roles with Kirk Douglas in The Vikings. In later years, Curtis made TV appearances as his stardom declined. He was married 6 times and struggled with alcoholism and cocaine addiction. Number 11, John Barrymore. Barrymore's rise to stardom and subsequent decline is one of Hollywood's legendary tragedies. He was part of the most famous generation of Barrymore theatrical family and became its most acclaimed star. In 1922, Barrymore was hailed as his generation's most celebrated Hamlet in New York and London. By then, he was already a frequent player in motion pictures. His screen debut was reportedly in An American Citizen, though he may have appeared in earlier, now lost films from as far back as 1912. Barrymore's career began in 1903, first gaining attention as a stage actor in light comedy before transitioning to high drama. Despite his talent, he struggled with alcohol abuse from the age of 14, which caused significant personal and professional problems. He was married and divorced 4 times and eventually declared bankruptcy. His alcohol dependence made studios hesitant to hire him, and his erratic behavior troubled even his colleagues. Number 10, Rudolph Valentino. The Latin Lover was an Italian actor who became a sex symbol throughout his roles in several famous silent films. Known for his exotic and captivating presence, he often played villains and mainly starred in B-rated movies. While women adored him, many men questioned his masculinity and style. Metro executive June Mathis noticed him in a small role in the Clara Kimball Young film Eyes of Youth. She was in charge of writing and producing the epic film The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and decided to cast the relatively unknown Valentino as Julio. Despite some resistance from executives, Mathis eventually succeeded. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse was a huge success, catapulting Valentino into stardom and solidifying his Latin lover image. However, his contract with Metro was unfavorable, and he was soon cast in a B picture, Uncharted Seas, followed by Nazimova's Camille. Sadly, Valentino passed away at the young age of 31 due to sepsis. Number 9, Marlon Brando. Considered one of the most influential actors of the 20th century, Marlon Brando had a remarkable career that spanned 6 decades. He received numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, 1 Cannes Film Festival Award, and 3 British Academy Film Awards. Brando was also a passionate activist, advocating for civil rights and various Native American movements. Ranked by the American Film Institute as the fourth greatest male movie star whose career began before 1950, Brando was one of only 6 actors named by Time magazine on its list of the 100 most important people of the century, where he was dubbed the actor of the century. From his role as Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire to Vito Corleone in The Godfather, Brando's characters may not always have been the good guys, but he was always the most striking presence on screen. His performances left a lasting impact, and he is still widely considered one of the greatest screen actors of all time. Brando's legacy endures, cementing his place as a true icon of cinema. Number 8, Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen's anti-hero persona made him a top box office draw during the counterculture era of the 1960s and into the 1970s. Known as the King of Cool, McQueen's style and charisma made him a household name. He even used his alias Harvey Mushman when he participated in motor races, highlighting his love for speed and adventure. Despite clashing with directors and producers, McQueen's popularity allowed him to command large salaries, making him the highest-paid movie star in the world. Interestingly, he achieved this status even during periods when he wasn't actively acting. McQueen balanced his acting career with a passion for racing. He often performed his own stunts, driving or riding bikes in his films, much to the delight of his fans. His love for vehicles extended to his personal life, too. He owned around 100 classic motorcycles and about 100 exotic and vintage cars, making him a legend among petrolheads. Number 7, Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck was a beloved star in Hollywood from the 1940s to the 1970s. The American Film Institute recognized him as the 12th greatest male star of classic Hollywood cinema in 1999. He worked alongside legends like Alfred Hitchcock, Audrey Hepburn, and Ava Gardner, starring in many iconic films. His breakthrough came with The Keys of the Kingdom, earning him an Academy Award nomination. He later received another nomination and won a Golden Globe for The Yearling. Peck's career-defining moment arrived with To Kill a Mockingbird, where his portrayal of lawyer Atticus Finch earned him his first Oscar after several nominations. He also captivated audiences as Captain Keith Malloy in The Guns of Navarone, a major box office success. In honor of his legacy, the Peck family established the Gregory Peck Award for Cinematic Excellence in 2008, celebrating outstanding contributions to film. Gregory Peck passed away peacefully in his sleep at the age of 87 due to bronchial pneumonia. Number 6, James Dean. James Dean remains a cultural icon, embodying teenage disillusionment and social estrangement. He made history as the first actor to earn a posthumous Academy Award nomination for Best Actor for his role in East of Eden. Ranked 18th among male movie stars of Golden Age Hollywood by the American Film Institute, Dean's journey into acting began after he left college to pursue it full-time. He started with a Pepsi-Cola commercial before landing significant roles. Dean's passion for speed, cars, bikes, and racing ultimately led to his tragic death on State Route 46 and State Route 41, immortalizing the area as the James Dean Memorial Junction. In the 1950s, he shot to fame with Rebel Without a Cause, solidifying his status as the quintessential bad boy. His life and career were abruptly cut short in 1955 when he died in a car crash at just 24 years old. Number 5, Clint Eastwood. Before his directorial career took off, Clint Eastwood dazzled audiences with his rugged charm in a string of Western and action films. Known for his tough guy persona and anti-hero roles spanning the 1960s through to the 1980s, Eastwood has cemented his place in Hollywood. His accolades speak volumes: 4 Academy Awards, 4 Golden Globe Awards, 3 Caesar Awards, and an AFI Life Achievement Award. A career-defining moment came with the dark western Unforgiven, where Eastwood earned his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor and won Best Director. In a surprising comeback in the mid-2000s, Eastwood returned to prominence with Million Dollar Baby, a gripping drama that swept 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and another Best Director Actor award for Eastwood. He also snagged a second Best Actor nomination. Recognized globally, Clint received the Golden Lion Lifetime Achievement Award at the Venice Film Festival in 2000. Beyond his cinematic achievements, Eastwood is known for his dedication to health and fitness. His personal life remains private, including his numerous relationships and children, details of which he prefers to keep undisclosed. Number 4, Carrie Grant. Before George Clooney and Mr. Big, there was Carrie Grant, the epitome of the classic leading man in old Hollywood. His distinctive mid-Atlantic accent, suave charm, effortless acting style, and impeccable comedic timing made him a beloved figure. As one of the definitive leading men of classic Hollywood, Grant earned 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Actor. In 1970, he received an Academy Honorary Award presented by Frank Sinatra at the 42nd Academy Awards ceremony. Grant's contributions to cinema were further celebrated with the Kennedy Center Honors in 1981. The American Film Institute ranks him as the second greatest male star of Golden Age Hollywood, just behind Humphrey Bogart. His legacy continues to inspire and entertain audiences, solidifying his place in the pantheon of film legends. Number 3, Tab Hunter. Tab Hunter was a popular Hollywood heartthrob of the 1950s and 1960s, known for his blonde, boy-next-door appeal and a career spanning over 40 films. His charm graced the covers of countless film magazines, capturing the hearts of fans everywhere. Signed by Warner Brothers, he rose to fame with roles like the young soldier in the World War II epic Battle Cry in 1955, solidifying his status as a leading man alongside Dorothy Malone. Beyond acting, Hunter ventured into music and scored a hit with the chart-topping single Young Love in 1957, followed by other popular songs. Despite his success in both film and music, Hunter led a dual life. Publicly, he navigated Hollywood's demands, while privately grappling with his identity as a gay man, a truth he concealed during his career. Tab Hunter's legacy endures as a symbol of Hollywood glamour and personal resilience. He passed away due to complications from deep vein thrombosis, leaving behind a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Number 2, Montgomery Cliff. Montgomery Cliff earned acclaim as a 4-time Academy Award nominee, celebrated for his portrayals of moody, sensitive young men, as described by the New York Times. He burst onto the scene with Red River alongside John Wayne, swiftly followed by his early hits like The Search, A Place in the Sun, From Here to Eternity, and Judgment at Nuremberg, all earning him Oscar nominations. Known as one of Hollywood's first actors, Cliff's passion for acting began early, leading him to star in films, television, and radio. Despite his private nature, Cliff was known for his deep affection for close friends, including many fellow stars who attended his funeral after he passed away from a heart attack. While his career faced challenges, he continued to deliver compelling performances, notably in Judgment at Nuremberg. Eventually returning to New York, he sought a quieter life in his Manhattan brownstone on East 61st Street. Tragically, Cliff passed away at his home at the age of 45, leaving behind a legacy of talent and complexity in Hollywood. Number 1, Clark Gable. Clark Gable, known as the King of Hollywood, left an indelible mark with roles in over 60 films spanning 37 years, where he reigned as a leading man for 3 decades. In a twist of fate, Gable's career soared when he was loaned to Columbia Pictures for It Happened One Night in 1934, a move that won him an Academy Award and solidified his place as a star. During the 1930s, he captivated audiences with his down-to-earth, confident portrayals, often portraying characters brimming with bravado and charm. Named the 7th greatest male star of classic American cinema by the American Film Institute, Gable embodied masculinity with his charismatic smile. His wartime service in Europe as an aerial cameraman and bomber gunner showcased his bravery beyond the silver screen. Doris Day fondly recalled Gable as a unique blend of rugged masculinity and boyish charm, which enchanted women everywhere. Despite his enduring appeal, Gable's life was cut short by 2 heart attacks in 1960, marking the end of an era in Hollywood at the age of 59 years old. That wraps up our journey through the timeless charm of classic Hollywood's most handsome leading men. Which actor from our list stole your heart? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating insights into cinema's golden age. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.